You got me shaking, yeah, I feel the fever coming on.
Hello, 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 my wonderful art friends. How are you today? I was just walking my little sweet jacks, and I saw this big fat leaf out there. Oh, these just curled up since I've been in the house. I want them out so I can do it. And I thought I'd put it in my perpetual nature journal because I need to get back more. I want to get more into my nature journaling. I have a perpetual nature journal and just a regular nature journal. Nature, this is like perpetual stuff that I see, you know, every day that I like to, you know, different. So this goes from 2022. Let me find, we are in November. See, you notice how I need to really step up my game here. I just did this on the 11th, and today is the 12th. So let's do this over here. Can you see? I'll let you see. So that's really big. I don't want to make it that big. Laura Gastinger, she does do her nature journaling, the regular size, but I want stuff to fit, so I'm going to make it just a tiny bit smaller. But the object is I want to get it as much as this leaf as possible. This is an oak leaf. And let's go ahead. I'm going to hold this up here. So let's see. It's got some funky stuff going on. And I'm using a number 4 micron sketch liner. It's like a type of a pigment pen, and it's an 0.4. So I like to do like 3s, 5s, 0.05. So let's just get this little bite out there. And I picked this because oak leaves are really hard. It's really hard for me when I do these leaves to do this part because I do it wonky for some reason. Maybe I've always thought I was dyslexic a tiny bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the middle line in right now. Just so I have an idea of where, you know, things go. And then this, okay, so I just want to see, now this part, see how that goes. And then this is kind of fat. It's curling as we speak. I'm watching it curl. This is curling right before my eyes. I should have put this in water or something, but that's okay. And then this, I guess it's better when it's right in front of you. I guess we are almost life size, almost. There we go. And then this side. See, this normally would go up here, but it looks like he's been eaten. There are deer here. They do eat a lot of the shrubbery here and the landscaping and the pretty flowers. Now, these are not equal, as I can see this, which is fine because that is nature. Let's see how they're, oh, look at that little interesting thing there. Isn't that interesting? That overlaps. So I'm just going to go like that. As I'm looking at this, I'm a little surprised at myself for kind of doing a contour drawing, right? Kind of doing a contour drawing. Look at how it's curling right before our very eyes. Oh, that's this one here, I see. It's okay. And this guy. And these are the veins. These are the veins. All right. Interesting, huh? There's some kind of something going on there. A lot of spots, things like that. But what we're gonna do is, so down here, there's like a little bite, but we're just gonna put in a little bit of shading or hatching right where those little bit of shading, and I'm just gonna put a little hatching for where I think some shading could go. Like here, here. We're gonna put those dots in with paint, of course. A lot of shading here. There's some, looks like burn marks, especially here. Oh, there's like a hole, which I didn't see because this is curling. Put that in there. It's kind of eating up around the sides here. And then we're just going to do, now, nature journaling is really just, you know, it's not exact. Well, it is exact, but it's more, you're doing more reporting. You're reporting the nature that you see. So it doesn't have to be extremely perfect. Some people like to do extremely perfect, like this. Absolutely love this. But sometimes it doesn't have to be. Let me see if I could show, just, see, that was just real quick, just quick, lots of information, but just quick drawings, quick drawing, quick, that was a little bit more cartoony, quick drawing, you know, you don't have to fill it in. Quick drawing, no paint, you know, quick drawing. Then that we can get really detailed, like we did here with the lichen. So, quick drawing. What I want to do is I just want to paint this in very faintly, Daniel Smith, because I like the colors. The colors really get me too, because normally when when we do leaves, it's just, and this is not watercolor paper, so it can't really be. I'm gonna wet it, even though it's not watercolor paper, but wet on wet is so much better with leaves. I like these colors because normally we do the, you know, the reds and the oranges and the yellows. This, I just like the, I'm going to do raw sienna light right here. Right there. Then a little goethite brown ochre. Just, you know, do the veins so that that'll spread out as well. How about a little just regular yellow ochre on one side here? Just one side. Just giving an idea of the colors. And then let's find a raw umber, nice and dark, nice and thick here. Let's get these pieces here. While it's still wet, a little bit of the edges up here. A little bit of the edges. There's some little dots, put in the little dots now. Just a few specks. Well, there's a lot of specks on here, lots of specks. But we want to give the idea. Little specks. It's a little darker down here. And I'm not going to do this exact. Just want to give an idea of what's going on with this oak leaf. I'm just going to do a little bit of burnt sienna. Just to give it a little pizzazz. A little pizzazz. Now, if I really wanted to get into details, I'm not going to do it here, but I'll just do a little bit. I would go in maybe with burnt umber. Burnt umber, and I would go in and just shade here. But I would do it all over the whole leaf if I really wanted to spend time. But we'll do some here, because it is a little darker down here. You see those dots disappeared. Now let's just do some dots. Teeny. Let me get a smaller brush for some teeny tiny dots. This isn't making dots the way I want to. Dot there, there. It's nice to have layers anyway. Maybe get a little bit on the Dutcherels. There. Maybe some Gansai dots. Some lighter dots, like a yellow ochre maybe. All right, it's a little too much. We're getting a little crazy. I know there's a lot on here, but see, this is still wet. I want that to, but it is drying pretty nice. Let me just dry this a little bit. I do like it though. I'll fast forward that, or I'll cut out the drying part. But what I wanted to do is see all these dots that are kind of along here. Just do a couple of those with the I don't think we could do it a lot, as many as there are on there, but maybe if this was smaller. This is a 4. Let me get out Here's a 2. Here's a 1. Let's do the 1. Yeah, 1 is even smaller. Just want to do some Dutcherels. See how they kind of like... Just a few. There we go. Even some in here. Just a few Dutcherelles. Dutcherelles. I just love my Dutcherelles. I don't know, it just does something for me. All right, that's a little much. We're getting a little crazy now. So this is an elm leaf. Morning walk. 11. What is today? 13. What is today? 13. 25. So this is 25. See, now this is 22. So I have a lot to fill up here. But yeah, that's it. That is our oak leaf for today for our perpetual journal. Hope you enjoyed that. And I'll see you again in the next video.